does it feel being the interim manager of Accrington Stanley?
I'm really excited, to be honest. Looking forward to the game, the weekend. You know, the focus all this week has been on Bradford and getting the players downstairs, and mindset is that basically. So that's I just can't wait. I'm really, really excited. Honestly, I am, and I know the players are as well.
Some people might not know that you have a big history with Accrington Stanley, where it all began, captaining the 1999-2000 side to Unibond First Division success. What was that like for you?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Well, now you're going back, like that was some memories. That I mean, this stadium here was, I think the crowd was supposed to be 5,000, but there was more than 5,000 on. But it was unbelievable, to be honest, because I think it was at the time, I think Bearscough could have actually won the league if they'd lost and what have you. They hadn't. If we'd have lost, then they'd have won the league. If we'd have drawn, we'd have not got promoted or won it ourselves. So to actually get over the line and do that day was just unbelievable. And obviously the memories with the fans, and the fans were unbelievable that day. Like they are now, they're outstanding. But it was some really good memories there that day.
And that's kind of where it all began to get to where we are now. You came back in 2017. I guess you never thought you'd come back to Accrington Stanley as a League Two side as they were then.
No, not really. I mean, they've just unbelievable. The history of the place, they've done unbelievable, haven't they? Obviously, Football League, winning the conference, to getting into the Football League, I should say, sorry. And then obviously the rest is history. Me coming back in 17-18 season. Could only dream of just hitting playoffs, never mind winning it. Winning that was just a massive achievement. It was just something like Leicester winning the Premier League maybe or something, but it was brilliant. And then obviously having them 5 seasons in League One, which was outstanding. And it's all down to, obviously the people at the club, everyone, other past chairmans and board members, and the biggest thing for me is just it's been great. It's been great. Yeah.
Just going back, between leaving Accrington and coming back to Accrington, you had a really successful coaching career at Wigan in the Premier League, at Hibernian. What did you learn through all in between all them?
I mean, to be honest, my journey started before that, because I've been at Everton Liverpool Academies. So I was at Liverpool Academy, met some really good coaches, Carl Robinson, Ian Brunskill, he's at Blackpool now. I think he's assistant coach there, or first team coach. Carl's obviously Salford, and he's had an unbelievable career. So that put me in good stead in terms of working with them lads. And then obviously I got the opportunity to go to Everton, which is my club who I support. And that was another journey in terms of different managers, working with Roberto, working with David Moyes, before Roberto, that is. And then my next step was getting the under-18s then at Wigan. Roberto was the manager, because he used to play in the same first team as Roberto Martinez. He came across with the three amigos, as we call them, which was great. And I sort of took them under my wing, and we were great, and we're still good friends today, me and Roberto, so that was good. That experience working the 18s, and then Roberto moved on. Uwe Rosler came in. Owen Coyle came in first, and then it was Uwe Rosler. And Graham Barrow, who I played for when I was a professional footballer at Wigan, he was the one who stepped me up to the first team. So I think we had Leeds away on the Wednesday, and Millwall away on the Saturday. So we assisted Graham then. And then Uwe Rosler came in, and he took over the reins then, and he's came in. And then the rest is history in terms of, if you have to go back in terms of what we achieved. We got to the playoffs that year in the Championship, and we also got to the semi-final of the FA Cup against Arsenal at Wembley, which was like, as a coach, I've been in the game 5 minutes, and I'm on the pitch doing warm-ups and working with Premiership players. It was as they say, a dream come true, if you like. But no, really enjoyed all them experiences, and then I had the opportunity to go to Hibernian, which was a massive club. Playing against big sides up there, Hearts, Rangers, and then I got to know all about what the Edinburgh and Hibs derbies were all about, and we had success up there, which the lads always give me stick. I don't like talking about the Scottish Cup, but no, it was brilliant. It's just great times, and I've learned a lot. I couldn't put my finger on one thing that you're asking me to do, because I've took loads from every different club I've been at, and I've enjoyed every experience to go with it.
And coming here, I guess people, with John Coleman and Jimmy Bell, I guess people don't realise, you've been a familiar person in the dugout, and you've always, whenever we've come up to this office, you've always been a person watching videos. I guess your role hasn't changed too much this week, apart from you're thrown into the spotlight. And you've admitted you don't like doing it.
No, I don't like being in the spotlight. I mean, I've come in with John and Jimmy, and, as I said, speaks volumes what they've done for the club and everything else. And, you know, when I come in, I always said to John, listen, you know, the person I am, I like watching the game, I like standing up, I like shouting on, I like advising players and, you know, from a tactical point of view and all that. And John was fine with that, you know. John took a little bit of a back seat and, you know, he would watch and let me and Jimmy sort of get on with it. So, you know, that was sort of me. So people would see me on the dugout shouting a lot and what have you, but I'm sort of a quiet person myself. I just go about what I have to do, try and get my job done as the best of my ability. And, you know, I know what it means to fans, you know, because I'm a fan myself of a football club, so I know what it means to go to a match. I know what it means to see your team win. And, you know, it means to much, not just to the fans, but to the people outside, you know, the people who work around the building, the people who work in the offices. You know, you've got John Oster, you know, he's a great man and all that. It just puts smiles on people's faces. If you can get some sort of result, if you get a point, 3 points, you get through a cup, win a cup, a round in a cup, then, you know, everyone goes home happy, and that's it. That gives me satisfaction doing stuff like that. It's great.
Look how hard it will have been a strange week for you.
Yeah.
What kind of things have you done since you've come in on Monday? Have you changed anything? Because you know, you obviously know all the players, you know the club, you know everything about it.
I know how everything runs. So, you know, there's a few little things that have changed, have altered, but it's nothing dramatic at the minute. You know, there's nothing you can do. It's just business as usual. I mean, it hasn't been a nice week, is what you've just touched on there. So, but, you know, I've been asked to take the reins up, and I'm going to try and do the job the best I can. But it's not coming in late, you know, we're going to do this, going to do that. It's business as usual. The players know what they've got to do. Do you know who they're representing? Do you know what the badge means on the chest? So, and we'll find that out Saturday when the team gets selected. And then the lads put the shirt on, and then they'll know what it means.
I mean, you've been very single-minded since Monday that you're only concentrating on Bradford.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, what have you learnt about Bradford? Because on a good run of form at the moment.
Well, at the minute, it's like they've sort of gone on the radar because they haven't played for a while since. I know they played Tuesday and they drew with Doncaster 1-1. They've scored a late equaliser in the 84th minute, I think it was. But they're a good side. You know, before that, I think the Wycombe game, they lost their own 1-0 in the semi-final, the Bristol Street Motors. But they've had 5 clean sheets before that. So that tells me a lot about the team himself. I mean, we played them at their place. It wasn't much of a game. I don't think it was, you know, you're getting the ball down and playing when we went there. But, you know, it was what it was. We lost 1-0. It was sort of a route one ball and flick on. The lads done an unbelievable finish. So we know all about the players, know all about the style of play, know the shape of the team. I know they've got a few people come back from injury. So I've done all my research on them and been thorough since obviously Monday morning.
Did you feel the pressure? Obviously, Accrington on the best run at the moment to win is desperately needed, really. Are you feeling the pressure, or are you?
The pressure comes from within, yeah. I just think there's pressure you want to go and get, you know, a result in terms of a point or 3 points. But there's pressure within, you know, there's pressure on everyone. So it's how you deal with the pressure. And, you know, you've got to go out and try and win a game. And a game of football, at the moment, the way it sits, Bradford are a point ahead of us in the league. So if we can get that win, if you like, and go above them, great. And then see where the results go and see where it takes us. And we can maybe kick on. I think we've got 10, 11 games left. So, you know, we've got to try and win as much of them games as possible to see if we're going that way, you know. And hopefully the fans are going to be around us because you know what that Clayton end's like, you know what the fans are like here. It'd be brilliant, and they're a massive part. And if they can get behind the team, support the team like they have been doing, I mean, it'll take us a long way.
I'm going to say that's been massive, the fans getting behind, especially as Bradford will bring a lot of as well. What would you say to the fans if you know?
Well, just come and support the team. It's their team. It's their club. So nothing. I know obviously they'll see the big change of what's gone on and what's happened, but it's their club. So they have to have a say in what they do. I want them just to get behind the team. Them lads, whoever goes out on Saturday, whoever comes off the bench, they've got to get behind them, support them. Because that's what I'm doing right now, and that's what I want. I want them to be passionate. I want them to get behind the team. I want them to drive the team forward and hopefully get what they want, which is 3 points would be brilliant, or get a point and see where it takes us.
Finally, we always have to touch on team selection. I guess you've got Lewis Shipley and Brad Hill suspended now,
still.
So another bit of a headache for you.
Well,
Sean Morley's come back.
Sean Morley's back, yeah. You know, in terms of that, you know, you've got what you've got. So, you know, you've got to just put maybe square pegs in round holes a little bit. But it gives someone an opportunity. You know, it might be one of the youth team players. And we had a game on Tuesday against Burnley in the Cup. And if you're seeing them kids play, they were great, weren't they? You know, the way they knocked the ball out against the, you know, potential Premiership stars of the future. So the lads done really well. So we haven't got a problem, or I haven't got a problem at the minute, because obviously, you know, I'm selecting the players, putting any of them lads in, because all you want is I'll go back to the fact that the fans want to see the lads run round and give 100% on that pitch, and they'll clap them off on the field, win, lose or draw.